Hey, what's up, everyone? I just want everyone to have clarification on the trio nomad style lipless baits because I feel like there's a little bit of confusion just because I've been getting a ton of questions about basically these two differences. Even though there's three on the trio, I want to break them down for you guys really good just so you have a complete understanding. So this past week I was throwing the Max. The Max out of the three, I'm going to tell you, is my favorite because the Swimtrex Max covers more of the season as a whole with lipless. I throw lipless a lot during the year. It doesn't have to be a cold water bait. It can be a lot of times, and most guys don't think to throw it. And that's for any lipless style bait, honestly. That's pretty much where I learned how to do all that stuff. All right, here we go. Swimtrex and Swimtrex Max. In this, looking at it like this, it looks the same side by side, but they're actually a lot different. When you turn these baits like this, you can see the regular Swimtrex has a really big top, where the Swimtrex Max is more slender, but the regular Swimtrex, if you turn it this way, it's slender, and the Swimtrex Max, when you turn it this way, it gets thicker. Okay, the regular Swimtrex, here's the deal. This one is very technique specific as far as when to throw the regular Swimtrex. Now, the regular Swimtrex, because of the design of the body, is going to actually take away from the vibration. So with that being said, okay, when's this Swimtrex going to shine? When should I throw this? This is when your bait fish, in my opinion, are dying off, because this bait excels. When you kill your retrieve, this bait swims to the bottom, very, very natural looking. So if you're any kind of scenario where you have dying bait or you want to have a more natural presentation, that's when you're going to go with the regular Swimtrex. Now, the Swimtrex Max, let me back up a little bit. Both of these baits have well, all three got one thing in common. All three come with BKK hooks, which are extremely sharp. But these two have a thing called auto-tune technology, where the line tie actually wiggles back and forth and up and down. And what that's going to allow these two baits to do, if you were to be ripping this thing really hard, yo-yoing it, or knocking it off cover, it's going to right itself instantly and get right back to your retrieve. Now, for the Max, not only because the body style is slender up top, grabs water really good, we took the line tie on this one and we actually backed it up even further. What that's going to do is it's going to turn the bait a little more in this direction, but it's going to allow the thicker part of the body to grab water, which in turn allows this bait to thump a lot harder, because now we're pulling higher up on the bait, which is going to make more resistance. And that's why this one thumps harder. That's why this one's the Max. It's just a really good all-around lipless style bait. This more or less feels like a chatterbait when you're reeling it in. That's how hard this bait thumps. So that's the clarity, in my opinion, on them too. Now there's one more in the lineup. This is called the Swimtrex Max. Now the Swimtrex has really good vibration. This is going to feel like your typical lipless as far as vibration goes. But the difference is too, there's a thing called vibing in saltwater. That's where this one derived from. It actually just has a rubber body. There's nothing else on the market that I know of that's actually like this bait. It doesn't rip. You're not going to rip it, so don't worry about that. But this is a really good bait. We actually have these in actually pretty heavy sizes. And you can use this one more technique specific also. You can throw this one all around, but this one can be used too for lead fishing. It's really good for that. The regular Swimtrex can be used for that too, but we loaded this one down with some bait if you wanted to buy some really heavy ones. Loaded it down with some weight, I'm sorry, not bait. Loaded it down with weight, so if you want to fish some kind of lead style and rip this thing and vibe it off the bottom, it's going to give you the vibration on the way up and down, but it's also going to swim, but it's also going to get down there really fast to them fish and get some reaction out of them. I hope that gives you guys a little bit of clarity as far as the difference on the three. All this stuff is going to be available as Susquehanna Fishing Tackle or on the web at sfttackle.com.